delineations.
Nice Cosmo table.
Nice Cos.
Oh my god, it's up to you. Alright, welcome to DRS. First and foremost, once we get out of our intro jail, do not touch those glowing pads. We're going to do some organization back on the stairs. Do not touch those glowing pads. If you touch them, you cannot get back up here. Do not touch the glowing pads. I can fill full cure. I wasn't going to. Do you want a full cure, Sine? Okay, I think she's making me full cure. Let me see how many I have. Yeah, I can full cure. Okay. So what I... Does anyone have the markers for the stairs? I can put them down manually. I don't have them. Thank you. Okay. So what you should be doing right now is use your Pure Essence. Use your Re-Razor. Slot in whatever actions you're going to bring for the start of the run. If you were using the holsters that are recommended, this would be your pre-run holster. After you've sorted everything and you've refilled your holster at that point, please go back onto the stairs and stand on the icon for your party. If your groups A, B, C, D, that'd be on those. I don't remember which one we were missing. I think it was D. If you are E, F, you'll stand on 3 and 4. We're just doing this so we can make sure that everyone is ready. We could do some quick stuff before we get the ball or get the run started, and then we will split voice chats for the start of the run. But once again, make sure you're popping your actions. And then after you've done that, you are refilling your holster with new actions. So you fill up that space. You don't want any free space if you can avoid it. Bring extra Re-Razors, bring light curtains, reflects, whatever. You will be using them, I'm sure. Yeah, Wobble just said it in shout chat. We're going to say it repeatedly throughout the whole instance. There's a 10-minute idle kick timer in this duty. If you do not move for 10 minutes, you're going to get multiple warnings. If you don't move, you will get kicked and you cannot get back in again. So please, during our explanations, when we're waiting, when we take a break, please make sure you are not just going away for 10, 15 minutes and you're going to come back and you're not going to be back in duty. Make sure you move repeatedly. When I'm doing explanations for bosses, I will tell people to do a little wiggle check. Wobble has a macro that will tell people to move as well. Just make sure you're paying attention. You do not want to get kicked. All right. We're just waiting. I know Carla and KG know what's going on. Okay. So, double check right now. Please make sure everyone in your group has a Pure Essence. I know Himbo does not. He's fine. He knows what he's doing. I'm not checking people manually, so just make sure. If anyone does not have one, say something out loud, in-game, in voice chat. I don't care. I want to make sure everyone has a Pure Essence. What we're going to do is, not right this second, but what we're going to do is split our voice chats up so that we have people in groups A and B will be going to the left glowing pad for slime side. And we're actually going to steal... Wait, we need 4 tanks. Can we steal one of your groups, Opal? Or are you going to be upset if I steal the whole group?
You can take D probably. We'll be fine.
Cool. Okay. If you are groups A, B, or D, D is the group that has KG with a triangle on it. Once we're ready, you're going to drop on the left glowing pad to the left. If you are in groups E and F on the 3 and 4, you're going to drop to the right side for Golem side. Opal will help you guys out on Golem side. I will be leading Slime side. Again, make sure you have everything that you need. Double, triple, quadruple check. You cannot get back up here. And I think that is it. if you are on the Golem side, groups EF, you're going to drop down on Discord as well into the other voice channel where Opal will lead you. So if you are in this voice chat channel, you are on Slime side, and I will help you out.
Yeah, if you're in parties enough, please go to sub voice channels where you'll unfortunately have to listen to me. I guess that's an upgrade over Ballpark. Bye.
Wow. Okay. Again, if you are in this voice chat, you're on Slime side in groups A, B, or D. And if that is you, you're going to drop on the side that I am jumping on right now, Ballpark Hotdog. This is the side that we are going to. I hope KG is paying attention and drops D, although he's not participating anyway, which is fine. I just want to make sure. Okay, he's going to Golems. He is not paying attention. You can hit the pad if you have everything that you need on Slime side. I'm just jumping here to make sure people know if you are on Slime side, this is the side we are dropping on.
I probably shouldn't tank a slime if I'm not in a pier.
I would not. Did we steal a Percept? Who is our Percept for Golems? Opal. Okay, good. I got worried for a second. Okay. All right, we're good. I'm dropping. All right. Cool. Let's put down waymarks to organize stuff. All right, so what I need now is I need tanks to stand on 1, 2, 3, 4. It does not matter which. We have, I think we have 6 tanks, so 2 of you are just going to act as a DPS. I need 4 of our tanks. It does not matter which. I will tell you what to do. It is not difficult if you can follow directions. I need 1 more tank for that 2 marker. Phil is going to be our 2 tank. Thank you, Phil. I'll put numbers on people because these, sometimes we mix up the order of rooms. Cool. Now what I need is for each of those room, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to get a healer. 1 healer on them. 1 healer per room. Again, this is not overly difficult. I just need a healer for each. Cool. We're set for healers. I need 1 person. You're not going to touch that door, but I need someone that's going to handle DPS on A, and I'll tell you what you're going to do in a second. It's not very difficult. Oh, perfect. What I need now from everybody else is split up amongst the 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep it somewhat even. If you are not one of those number tanks or one of those 4 healers, you are acting as a DPS. It does not matter if you're a tank or a healer, you are acting as a DPS. Don't be on that Bravo, that's Remar spot. I need people on 1, 2, 3, 4 split up evenly. Oh man, no one wants to come to 2? Oh, thank you, Ferdola. Okay, cool. Okay, so what is going to happen, and don't touch anything yet, but what's going to happen is when we are ready to start, we're going to open that door. It's going to start Slime side. Slime side is the mechanics base side. The other side, Golems, is just a DPS check. So what's going to happen is there's going to be green slimes that spawn in the middle hallway, red slimes that spawn in each room. We do not want the red slimes to get near the green slimes, but we need the green slimes to fuse in the room on the glowing pads that are in the room. You can kind of see the pads a little bit if you come over to the side of the wall. They're not really glowing yet, but they will once we are getting started. They're big green pads in the middle of every room. What our tanks are going to do, first off, for those 4 number tanks, again, those are the only 4 tanks that matter during this. Make sure your stance is on. I'm going to call out your room number and tell you how many green slimes in the hallway you are grabbing. You're going to grab that number of green slimes, bring them onto that glowing green pad in your room, and just get hit repeatedly until they fuse. You want to let them fuse. They're going to get bigger. And we need to get them to 5 as a group, and then we're going to have 6 get provoked at the same time at the end, all at the same time. So the way we're going to do that is after we have all 4 of our tanks grab 3, it's going to cycle through, then we get 2 each, and they fuse again. Don't worry, KG, if he's in here. And then after that, we're going to just sit tight. We're going to have those 4 healers. Again, only those 4 healers who just volunteered to do that are going to go into the hallway and grab 1 slime and bring it to the doorway of the room. You're going to sit in the doorway with your slime, and then those 4 tanks will provoke at the same time. I will count you down to fuse at the same time. If you are not one of those 4 tanks or one of those 4 healers, all you're going to be doing is waiting for the red slimes to spawn in your room and burning them down in the corner of your room. So it's basically a DPS check at that point. I do not want tanks to heal. They don't need to heal themselves. If you have stance on, we will be fine. You can, but you have a healer as well that can heal you up. Just make sure your stance is on. Give a quick wiggle check like Wobble said, so you don't get kicked accidentally. Our two hallway people know what they're doing. That is fine. Okay, thank you, Sine. I would appreciate that. We're in room 2 if you're not here. Yeah, you're okay, cool. All right, so again, if you are not the tank or the healer for that room, all you're doing is getting those red slimes. They're going to tether to whoever attacks them first and go towards that person. So that's if they don't do a lot of damage, just bring them to the corner of the room. You don't want them being in the middle of the room. You don't want them fusing. If they fuse with the green slime, it's a wipe. So we need to make sure we get aggro on them ASAP. The only thing you should do at that point is attack them. If there are no red slimes that have spawned, you just wait until the reds have spawned again. So you're just waiting until the reds spawn. The only people who really have a lot of responsibility to do are those 4 tanks, and when it is time, those 4 healers. If you are not one of those tanks or healers grabbing a slime, you are inside of your room. I don't want anyone in the hallway other than our 2 soldier people in Alpha and Bravo, and the people when it's their turn to get their slimes. So I'm going to call out, the order is 3 and then 2, and then healers will grab. So I will say something like, room 1 healer, or room 1 tank, grab 3 slimes. Room 2, grab 3, and then we'll go through, and then it's 2. We also have traps that show up in the rooms. Let's do guide slimes. If you look in DRS learning, you can see slimy boys. Those show us where the traps are. So we know there's always a trap in the middle of the hallway. You can see the 3 red circles where those traps are. And there's also 2 rooms that will have a trap. It could be either by the doorway or in the back of the room. Ed Sheeran, did you percept? I saw you used it before. I don't know if you saw. Sheeran, did you percept? Southwest, close, mid. Okay, perfect. So what that means is we always have a trap in the middle hallway. There is one in room 3 that's by the doorway. So the room is safe to go into. Just hug the walls until you see that trap percepted. And the last trap is in one of the 2 north rooms. We don't know which one. So if you're in a north room, you might want to just wait a little bit. If you don't know where you're going, wait for that trap to be found, and then you'll go in. Again, there are traps in room 3 and one of the 2 north rooms. We don't know where they are. Please do not just bully forward into the room without knowing what the trap is. The traps either explode and will kill everyone nearby, or they give everybody nearby poison. And if like 6 people get that, we cannot assume people fast enough. Are there any questions over what we're doing here? It is totally fine if you have a question. I just can't help if you don't say anything.
So I'm not invulning through traps?
No, not invulning. We're just going to let the traps sit there, because if we have to wipe, we want to use those traps to wipe.
Okay. And in room 3, you said we have to hug the right wall?
It's in the doorway. So you can either wait for the trap to be percepted and then go into the room. But we know that the trap is in the doorway, so you could just hug the wall as you go in. Like, be very, very close to it, and you'll skip that trap until it's found.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay. Then you're going to find the 3 trap right away. So if you're in a north room, just wait for that middle trap to be percepted. Don't just run through. Any other questions? Again, if you are not one of our 4 numbered tanks, you are just a DPS, but I need our 4 numbered tanks to make sure their stance is on. All right, I'm going to say the slimes are ready. Starting countdown. No? Okay, no. How am I supposed to know that? What the heck? Okay, well, I guess we have a second. I see a golem's ready, and that's it. Did I miss something?
Someone memed too hard and thought
It's
own meme
Opal.
too hard and thought that and Opal thought you were serious.
I don't take forever with slimes and golems explanation. It's only Queensguard. And I've already cut out half of my Queensguard explanation, so it's not even that long anymore, relative to what it used to be, at least. Okay, Opal's back. Starting countdown for real. Yep, once again, for those 4 tanks and only those 4 tanks, make sure your stance is on. I will tell you when it is your turn to grab green slimes in the hallway and how many to grab, so just make sure you're paying attention. Don't grab more than that, and everyone else, make sure you're inside of your room burning down reds once our traps are found. All right, let us get a move on. Our green slimes are going to be spawning in the hallway right here, so room 1. Oh, QT knows what's going on. You're going to grab your 3. Room 2 tank, get ready. Reds have spawned, make sure we're burning them down. Room 2 tank, grab your 3 green slimes. Room 3 tank, get ready. All traps are found. Room 3 tank, you're going to grab these 3 green slimes. Reds have spawned. Keep burning them down. And room 4 tank, get ready. Room 4 tank, these are your 3 green slimes. Make sure we're fusing those green slimes on the pad. Room 1 tank, get ready. You're going to grab 2 of the next 3. Reds have spawned. Room 1 tank is going to grab 2 of these 3. And then I need rooms 2 and 3 to get ready. Rooms 2 and 3, grab 2 each. Please don't fight over them. 2 each. Bring them back to your pad and fuse. Room 4 tank, get ready. You're going to grab 2 of the next 3. And the healer in room 1 can grab the last green slime that's by your doorway right now. Healer in room 1 can grab that last green. Alright, healers in 2, 3, 4. Grab 1 each. Reds have spawned. Bring them to the doorway of your room and just sit tight with them. We're going to let 4 fuse and get on that pad. Oh, we lost 1 and 4. That's fine. That's fine. Reds have spawned. We'll let that one in room 4 fuse real quick. We are all good. Alright, what I need is for our tanks to target the green slimes in their doorway. Reds have spawned, make sure we're getting them. Target those green slimes, and on the count of 3, you're going to provoke. 1, 2, 3. Provoke, provoke, provoke. Make sure it's fusing on your pad. Make sure it's fusing on the pad. We're going to wait a second till it's fusing. I see 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. We're going to grab everything, head out the north doorway. Head out the north doorway. Grab everything you can. We don't want anything in those rooms if we can avoid other than those greens. Go all the way to the corner. Follow the people running. Healers, if you see anyone falling behind, give them a rescue. This is perfect, it looks like. All the way to the corner. We just burn on this green that's coming our way. It is no big deal. And we wait. Oh my god, Remar, what the heck? Okay, cool. Nice. If anyone's dead, say something now. Otherwise, take that glowing pad up. No one has said anything. I trust. Sanae is running. She doesn't see anyone. Okay, cool. At the bottom of the stairs, there are 2 chests. Make sure you grab them. I know that golems are joining us right now. Opal probably said it herself. All loot in DRS is personal. We cannot grab a chest for you. If you forget them, that's on you. That is not on us. Make sure you grab your chest. All right. Welcome to our first boss. That was the hardest thing, getting through slimes and golems. We did our first try. Well done. First and foremost, before I forget it, all tanks, if your name is not Dr. Phil, please turn your stance off. I'm going to put a not one on Dr. Phil so we know where he is. If you are not Dr. Phil, make sure your stance is off. He is going to yell at you by name if you take aggro from him and your name is not Opal. So make sure your stance is off. Seeker is probably the most similar to what we have. Please no, Chalky. It's the most similar to what we have in normal. The only difference is that mechanics are a lot faster. So if you remember normal, awesome. This is going to be a lot easier. If not, I'll still go over some of the basic ones. The first mechanic that we're going to see a couple times is fourfold. He holds up his swords in different directions and cleaves half the room in that direction. If we're lucky, then our call will just be having to move once because the glowing swords will be on two of them will be on the same side than the opposite side. But there may be a crossover, in which case they're like diagonal from each other. In that case, I will be calling out our waymarks for that. Otherwise, I'll be using true north callouts. So we'll look at where the cleaves are going to go. I'll say something like south for 2 cleaves, then north for 2 cleaves. So we're going to say south, then move through north, and just wait. If it's crossover, I'll say something like 1, 3, 2, 4, and you'll just move from those around those areas to dodge the cleaves. After that, and at various other times, if you remember from normal, there's that checkerboard mechanic where it does a checkerboard and then alternates them and does the other side. That happens, but it happens at the same time as 2 other mechanics in normal. While that's happening, there's going to be that giant glowing orb that is a look-away mechanic, and the giant expanding flower on the floor. So what we're going to do when that happens is you're going to dodge the checkerboard as you are looking away from the orb, which is going to spawn on one of those numbers, and we're going to be moving away from the flower. I will call all of that out. That will be something like look away from 4 and move north, or move towards 1, or something like that. So you're going to be dodging the checkerboard as you were doing all of that. It's fast. That's the hardest thing. And I'm going to say this probably a couple more times as well. The most important thing in DRS is that you are resolving mechanics over doing DPS uptime. It is better to take downtime and not hit the boss for a couple of GCDs, as long as you're not getting hit. Because if you are dead, you're doing no DPS. So we don't want that to happen. It is better to just stop doing a couple attacks and make sure you're trying to resolve the mechanics as best as you can. Some of the other mechanics that we'll see are Ifrit style dashes. A bunch of clones from Trinity Seeker show up around the edge of the arena. They're going to be either clockwise or counterclockwise. We're just going to follow it around. And usually around that, we will also be either getting in front or behind of the barricades. I will tell you which one when they come up. Another mechanic that we'll see is standing on one of the colored rings. You can see there is brick blue stone and yellow or white sand. So again, I will tell you which one to stand on when we need to do that. Depending on our DPS, we may see another mechanic with Earth Shakers at the same time. So if we get that, I will say bring the Earth Shakers away. When I say that, it is not bring them farther out of the arena. They come from the middle of the arena. So you will stay on the colored ring that you're on and just rotate away from the group, because they will kill people if people take more than 1 hit. We don't want that. So you're going to rotate away from the group to make sure that those Earthshakers don't hit the group if we can avoid it. I think that's kind of it. Everything else I should be able to call during it. One of the big things in DRS that I have not mentioned yet, it's going to become more important as we move along, is 1, you can't raise during this. Healers have to use Lost or Rise to get you up, which is why we have a bunch of them. But you get no notification if you get risen from a Lost or Rise. So be paying attention if you get that. If you mess up a mechanic and you die, you may bounce with your re-raiser. Your re-raiser procs, you get back up again. If you're not paying attention, you won't notice that it happens. So please, please, please pay attention. If you get knocked into the edge of the arena during any of these fights, your re-raiser may proc. Calmly walk back into the arena. Don't hit any buttons until you're in the arena, and then you can keep going. If you immediately start popping things like sprint to get out of the wall, you're going to fall over again. So just wait until you're in the arena, then start using actions again. I got a question earlier about using actions. This is where you want to use all your actions, by the way. For our casters with Cure 4 gives a massive Bravery buff that lasts for 60 seconds. Also, Cure 4 is basically a full heal. So I'm going to repeatedly ask not for our healers to help heal, although they should be doing that, but also for our Cure 4 healers to help heal. You're going to hit that C4 button and pretty much heal the entire group. But make sure you're hitting it at least once every 60 seconds to give that buff. So if you don't need to heal, that's fine, but make sure you're hitting at least 60 seconds to do that. For our dervishes, the fizz range, you want to use your dervish with your 2-minute. So I know it's a 90-second cooldown. Don't use it immediately. Wait another 30 seconds. Use it with a 2-minute to get the most out of it. I think that's mostly it for our explanations of what we need for the basics for now in this fight. If you have any quick questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, please go to the C waymark, Charlie waymark, to indicate that you are ready. We're not using ready checks anymore. We're going to use markers to indicate that you are ready to pull. I know KG is staying out. That is fine. KG is our physical battery for the people who want to use it until we get past TA, our third boss. So we're waiting on Shaka and Blitz. If you guys are ready, come up to the C. Oh, did I hear someone? That someone have a question? No. Okay. It's a good idea to pop food. Potions if you have them. Other than that, Phil, we are good for a 30-second countdown. Again, if your name is not Dr. Phil and you are a tank, make sure your stance is off. All right, let's get it started. First up is a raid Y. And now we're going to have our fourfold cleaves. Okay, we got a crossover to start off with. It's 1-3, 2-4. Start on 1. Then we're going to go to 3, then 2, then 4. Move to 3, or east, 2, and then 4. We're looking away from 1 and moving east towards 3 and 2. Next, it will be inside the boss's hitbox. Front back is also safe. Inside the boss's hitbox is the safest. And then we're going to get away from that not 1 marker. Get away from the not 1 marker. We got tank busters coming up. Don't be near Dr. Phil. One more hit on Phil. Easy. We're bringing the boss back to mid. Stack up for these chains, wait for them to show up, and then break these chains, run away, and get knocked back into any barrier. Knocked back into any barrier, does not matter which. And we'll get back in, do some more damage. We have Ifrit-style dashes coming up next. We're starting by northeast-ish, 2-ish. Moving around clockwise, and getting knocked back into the 3 barrier. Knock back to 3. Knock back into 3. We're stacking up not by that 3-way mark. Stack up by the 3 area. Taking another raid wide here. We're going to dodge some easily baited lines here. Just walk out of them. And we're going to make sure we're on yellow sand. Be on yellow sand. Yellow sand. Yellow sand. We're going to have 2 more coming up. This is going to have those Earth Shakers I was talking about as well with them. We're going to be on brick blue stone. Brick blue stone. If you get an Earth Shaker, take it away from the rest of the group. Take them away. Brick blue stone. Next up, we're on yellow sand. Bring Earth Shakers away. Yellow sand. Dodge these lines. And now we're going to want to be intercardinal of the boss. The numbers are kind of safe. 1 is not safe. 2 is also not safe. Eyeballs a little bit. All right, nicely done. Phil forgot that was coming up. That's not a big deal. Should be more Ifrit dashes coming up next, along with fourfold cleaves. We're starting southwest, moving counterclockwise. Oh my god, 2-4. 2-4-1-3. 2-4-1-3. 2-4-1-3. Go to 4 or west. 1 and 3. Looking away from 3. And moving north or to 2. North or to 2. Stack up for these chains. As soon as you see them, you run away and break them. Another raid wide coming up. Why is my voice cracking? Get away from the not one. Sorry. Just too focused on my actions there. I'm griefing. Oh, we got another fourfold coming up. It's going to have a ring with it as well. Holy crap. 2-4. 2-4-1-3. Starting on yellow sand. Starting yellow sand. Then it's 2-4-1-3. Go to 4. Go to 1. And go to 3. Ending on brick blue stone. End on brick blue stone. Brick blue stone. We got one more coming up after this. We're going to make yellow sand. Yellow sand. Imagine not having crossovers. Looking away from 2. Looking away from 2. And moving west or towards 1. West or towards 1. Now dodge these lines. Raid wide is coming up. I think we hold here. We're going to get it to around 5% and then hold. So we can healer LB. Don't do it until we're at that point. I will call it
Underboss,
in the hitbox?
underboss.
In the boss's hitbox, front back is also safe. We're going to slow our DPS down here just a little bit. We got another fourfold coming up with clones. Get it to around 5% and then stop hitting it. Alright, we're going to be south of this clone that's on north. First off, we're going to hide behind a barricade. Hide. Then we're going to be inside of the arena from the clone. And then we're going north of the clone. One more hit, and now go north of that clone. Healer, break these chains. And then break them, and I need healers to go to the middle of the arena and hit LB3 if you have it. If it's not LB3, do not use it. Everyone else can kill the boss. We got a raid wide coming up. Healers should use LB3 if you have it. There's still a few dead. We're sitting on yellow sand, and then get knocked into any barricade. Knocked into any barricade here. Okay, we did our best. I know a bunch of us tried to get that chain up. We got a couple dead. Make sure you grab your coffer. Do not run too far ahead. Do not run too far ahead. Opal will get us ahead. Do not hit that glowing pad up ahead either. Do not touch that glowing pad. Let's get our dead up. People can also move forward if they'd like and follow the path around to the right. Just don't hit those traps. If healers could get our dead folks up, that would be appreciated. I'm working on it as well. If you are moving ahead, do not look at Dahu, the next trash mob. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. It does not exist. We're just going to hang out. Okay, I think everybody is up. Again, make sure you grab your chest here. And then we're going to move ahead. If you are in Opal's party, she may ask a couple of people to hang behind. Everyone else can... Okay, she already went. Never mind. Okay. We are running ahead then. We cannot place waymarks. That is totally fine. The one thing I'm going to call, because our DPS is a little low, is if we see the second set of them, you're going to have dots over your head. If you get dots over your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to bring them out to any ad on the outside of the arena. If we... Oh, we can do it. Okay. If we see it a second time, you're going to bring them to your corresponding number. So if you have 2 dots over your head the second time, you bring it to the 2-way mark, for example. That is pretty much it. So, this is a trash mob. We don't respect it. Let's get inside the arena and pull. We are pulling. Use actions, please. We want to get through this guy. We want to beat Opal. Opal's doing her own fight. We want to beat her. As we're doing this, watch your feet. There are AoEs all over your feet here, all over the floor. Don't get hit by them. Dodge, 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 dodge. Don't get hit by AoEs. The boss is dashing north. Don't be in the way of it. Next up, it's going somewhere south. Looks like it's almost directly south. Don't be in the way of it. Get out of this conal cleave. Don't get burnt to a crisp. Phil will bring Dahu back to the middle of the arena here. And this is where our ads start spawning. You're going to dodge lines. And if you get a number over your head this time, bring it to any ad on the outside of the arena. It does not matter which. Just kill any ad while you're dodging lines. In a little bit, here's our spit flames, those numbers. Bring them to any ad outside the edge of the arena. Soon, Dahu will do a left-right cleave or right-left. After the first one goes off, you're going to move into where it just hit. There it is. After this goes off, everyone's going to move into that left AoE. Move into that left AoE. And now we're going to get knocked back to any safe spot. Look around the edge of the arena, get knocked back into any safe spot. It does not matter which one. And we're going to collapse back into the middle of the arena now. And we're going to stand on Dahu's right shoulder, rotating counterclockwise. Right shoulder, rotating counterclockwise. The spot where it just hit west is safe for caster uptime. If you just want to chill, you can stand on the not one marker. Nicely done. We're going to see ads coming up. Phil is going to wiggle these underneath the boss. It's a little high. We're going to burn them down. Use AoEs. Burn down all of the ads. Please burn them down. Use actions. Burn them down. We don't want Phil to die. Keep burning down ads. After this, we're going to have all the mechanics that we just saw at the same time. Dodging everything. Watch your feet. If you get a number over your head, bring it out to the corresponding waymark. There are a lot of AoEs. Make sure you're dodging them. We're going to kill before the numbers go out, which is fantastic. Cool. Grab your chest. If you missed the first chest, go back and grab it now. You cannot get back up here again. If you missed the first chest, go back and grab it. You cannot get back up here. If you have everything, you've confirmed it, you can run ahead and take that glowing pad. What traps? Oh, if you're going back.
We're going back to,
if you're going back, watch your feet. Thank you. I thought you were making a joke. Wobble's such a jokester. He's the funniest person I've ever met. It's time to get serious. Okay. Yeah, it's time to take a nap, I think is what he means. Wait for it. All right. Where are my markers? These are the markers that I want. Cool. Phil, do you have Dispel by any chance?
I have 2 dispels.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Didn't even have to ask. What I need now is healers to stand on these waymarks. Okay. Ruja, do you know how to do this? You're the only name I don't recognize as much. Do you know how to do this reflect mechanic? If you don't, that is totally fine. I will explain it. I know the others all know what to do.
They said yes in party chat.
They say, okay, perfect. Okay. Awesome. Healers, everyone remember where you are. I trust everybody. Then we don't have to worry about it. Cool. Okay. I'm going to put everything in the arena. Imagine not closing my waymarks repeatedly. Cool. I do need another tank here to work with Phil as our main tank. It's Chalky. Thank you, Chalky. Cool. Chalky is our off tank. You are going to be mid. Phil is going to be wall. Welcome to Queensguard. For the vets, this is nap time. For everybody else, I'm going to try to cut this down as much as I can. This is basically 4 fights in one. If you remember from normal, we got 4 guards here. Instead of coming 1 at a time, we get 2 at a time. The first phase is very quick. We target all of them, stack them all up together, burn them down. They do AoEs. After they go away, the knight and the warrior are going to come back into the arena. The warrior does those bombs, and the knight does the shield and sword, the knockback or the get out thing. So what's going to happen? Yes, you are middle north reflect, Ruja. And if you don't remember where that is, you can look in DRS learning. It shows the map there of where you're going to hit. So you're going to hit middle north and then the east middle one. Yep. Cool. So what's going to happen during that? First off, we're going to be doing that Spellforge and Steel Sting part during this fight. You don't have to slot it in right now. Just be ready to make sure you have it. We need to make sure we have both Spellforge and Steel Sting in every party. Please make sure we have that. If we are missing either of them, say something, we'll figure it out. But what's going to happen towards the start of that second part of the fight is there's going to be tethers that go out. It will tell us if we need to be doing purple damage or yellow damage. I will tell you if we need to be doing which one we need to be doing. If I say we need to be doing yellow, that means we need all of our people to be doing physical damage, which you hand out Steel Sting to them. If it's purple, that's Spellforge. And you can look at your party to see who's doing what damage. Spellforge makes anyone that is with Spellforge on them do magical damage, and vice versa with yellow. There are hybrid classes, so those people need both. If you're not sure who needs what, there is in DRS Learning, it says who needs what. If you scroll up a couple images for Spellforge, Steel Sting, and hybrids, if you're not sure of who needs what, just give it to everybody. So if you're looking at Paladin, you don't know which one Paladin needs, just give Paladin either Spellforge or Steel Sting. It does not matter. Because we need to make sure we're doing the right damage. If you don't have the right buff on you for whatever we need to be doing, you're going to be doing like 100 damage per hit as opposed to a couple thousand damage per hit. So we're going to do as much as we can. After that is either a knockback from mid or a get out from mid. I will tell you which one we need to do. There's also going to be tethers that are going out for bombs. I will tell you how to do all the tethers. All you have to do is recognize if you have a tether on you or not. If you forget or you don't see it, if you're tethered, you'll end up getting a little buff icon on your bar, debuff, that looks like scales. If you see scales, you were wind, or you were tethered, rather. You're tethered if you get scales on you. I will say some sort of tethers go to big bombs, for example. No tethers go to small bombs. And with that, you will either get knocked back from mid to the bomb you need to be on, or you will get to the edge of the arena on the bomb you need to get by. After that, we'll collapse back into the bosses, do more damage. If we see more, there's going to be more tethers that go out. We're either going to get onto green wind if you have tethers, purple lightning if you don't, and then collapse into the middle of the arena. Again, I will call all of this out. All you have to do is recognize if you have a tether or not when the mechanic goes out. And then the mechanics will repeat once, so don't get rid of your Spellforge Steel Sting potentially. And then we go in rage. We should kill before that. After they are both dead, they need to die at the same time, by the way. So I may call out attack so-and-so on the, like I might say focus on warrior on the wall. If the other one is, if the knight's getting too high or too low, so just pay attention because they need to die at the same time. As soon as one of them dies, the other one starts to cast a rage attack. So we need to make sure they die at the same time. After they're dead, we get the gunner and soldier. Very similar mechanics to normal, except for the hardest mechanic of the entire fight. We're going to get, during the fight, we're going to get the little ring with a show hole on it that you might remember from Orbone with Mustadio. Is it Orbone? I don't know. Yeah, okay, I got it right for the first time. It's Orbone with Mustadio. So you're going to have a ring around your feet with an open spot. We didn't say show hole. You're going to show hole towards the gunner, who will always be in the middle of the arena. And then after that goes off, there's going to be turrets on the edges of the arena, on the east-west sides that face inwards. They alternate which side they face in. You will look at the edge of the arena to see which one is facing you, and then turn your character's body so that your hole is facing that turret on the edge of the arena. At the start of this part where this is all going on, we're also going to be getting to a certain area of the arena. It's going to be either north or south or southwest or northeast. I will tell you where to go. And then as soon as you get to that safe spot, so it might be somewhere by C. I might say C south. You're going to move there, show your open hole towards the gunner in mid, and then you'll turn after that to a turret on the edge of the arena. Wobble gave us a wiggle check. Make sure you wiggle a little bit so you don't get kicked. Don't get kicked. After that is ads. There's going to be turret ads that spawn. Once they spawn, you are going to stop attacking the bosses and start killing the turrets. Make sure they do tank buster on our tanks that will one-shot them if they don't invuln. They both know what to do. Our 2 tanks. After that, they do an enrage cast. So we're going to stop attacking the bosses and make sure we burn down the turrets as fast as we can. And then we go back to the bosses again. They'll do another mechanic after that is a heretic or a freeze. So we either keep moving or stop moving. And if we happen to see more, they're going to do jumpy boys, which is the exact same as normal. I'll tell you where to go. I don't think I've ever seen past that. So we'll be figuring out as a group if we happen to see past it, but we shouldn't. After that is our last phase. For the last phase, all 4 come back just like in normal. We're going to have our reflectors at that point go to the reflect spots. They all know what to do. I'll tell people if they were on the slime side to go north. There's going to be an spike. What's it called? Aurasphere. Aurasphere will be on north and south. I'll tell Slime's group to go north towards A to burn down the Aurasphere there. Yeah, spike. Golem style will go south towards C and burn that one down there. At that point, our tanks will all turn their stances on and only for that mechanic. If you get an orange spike over your head when they die, you hit your invuln button, you move on with your life. Our reflectors are reflecting their orbs. You don't have to worry about that. And the guards are going to be, there's going to be the 4 of them on the inner cards of the arena. They're going to be getting Coat of Arms shields, which is a shield on either their sides or their front back. When you see Coat of Arms being cast, you stop attacking, wait for those shields. Don't hit the side that's shielded, or you're going to get knocked back, stunned, and get a Thrice Come Ruin stack, which we don't want. So when you see Coat of Arms stop attacking, I'll remind you to stop attacking. You wait for the shields to show up, and then you keep attacking again on the non-shielded side. We have 2 waves of all of that happening, and then they do Enrage. That's the whole fight. I know that was a lot. Most of it can be called out during callouts. The hardest thing to do is bombs and the show hole mechanic. Are there any immediate questions that people wholly do not understand? Feel free to speak up, say something, and shout, yell, say if you want. And if you are ready, you can step up to that C waymark. Why do we keep coming here? Because I have problems with my life. What does 2 tether mean? What is that? What is 2 I don't know. What does what does the tether mean?
I think they mean the bombs.
The bombs. Okay. Oh, 2 tether no. Oh, I see. That just tells you how to figure out what you're doing with the bombs. You don't have to worry about that. I will tell you what to do. All you have to do is recognize if you have a tether or not. You can learn how to do that on your own if you'd like to. But yeah, what Wobble just said, it tells you where you're going for the bombs if you're going to big or small. But you don't have to, if you're trying to figure that out, you can do that. But I will tell you what to do if you are tethered or not. Yes, that is a good idea, red dot, blue dot. All right. Wobble is definitely here. Himbo ran away for a little bit. I hope he can hear me. He's moving. Okay, cool. QT, are you here? Any movement? Cool. QT's moving. All right. So, I think that is it. Healers, make sure you have Spellforge Steel Sing in your party. Again, this is your last chance to say something. If you do not have it, We can adjust if you don't have it. We just need to know that you don't have it in your group. I'm going to assume that silence is golden. Again, KG has our excellence and font of power for anyone that wants to mimic it. And I think we are ready for a countdown from Phil or Chalky. You guys can fight. Or it's on Phil. Sorry, Chalky. We're going to start off here just bringing our guards all into a pile together. Remember, they just do raid-wise until they teleport away after they've taken enough damage.
Chalky, do not cure 4.
I'm not
Oh my
gonna.
god, she's gonna rip everything. Please don't. That's right, I forgot you're a savior. Why did we do this?
I don't know.
What a mistake. I'm so
have
dumb. It is fun. Alright, let's get some rolling reprisals. We got raid-wides coming out. And they've all gone away. If you're a tank that has your stance on, turn it off here. We only want Chalky and Phil to have it on. We're bringing the warrior to the wall. Knight is going to mid. Again, we need to make sure these are dying at the same time. We need to apply purple here. We need to be purple damage spell forge. If you have yellow on, you can click it off. We want purple damage. It is a shield omen, so once we know where we're going, we're going to be getting knocked back from mid. If you are tethered, you're going to be knocked back into small bombs. If you're not tethered, get knocked to big bombs. South is unsafe. Oh no, it's mid is not safe. Never mind. Tether's too small, non-tether's too big. If you fall first, go to a spot that just exploded. And I will keep doing damage. We need a dispel on the warrior coming up. Bosses are still pretty even, which is good. Keep it up. There's our dispel. We got a raid wide coming up. Alright, coming up now. If you are tethered, it'll be coming out in a second. You're going to be going to Green Wind. It's coming out in a sec. It should be out around now. If you're tethered, you're going to go to Green Wind. If you're not tethered, go to Purple Lightning. Tethers to green, non-tethers to purple. Then we're going to collapse into the middle of the arena. And we're going to hug the boss's hitbox going west-ish where there's no spikes. West-ish where there's no spikes. We need a dispel on that warrior coming up. And another raid wide. Bosses are still even. Nicely done. Keep it up. Alright, now they're not even. Kill warrior. Tank busters. Everyone just dumped on them. Alright, nicely done. Now to the third phase. We're bringing soldier to wall, gunner to mid. We got balls of fire coming up. I don't remember the line. I am not a meme lord. We're looking for the small fires. They're going to turn into frogs. They're going to jump second. That is going to be our safe spot coming up. I will tell you where to go. This is going to be the show hole mechanic at the end of this. We are going northeast towards 2. Northeast towards 2. Show your open hole towards the gunner in mid. Open hole towards gunner in mid.
I need a tank to provoke.
That's in mid. And now toward turn on the wall. Okay, Chalky's bounced. Very good. Tank busters coming up. Soldier needs a little bit more help. It's about 10% higher. And a raid wide's coming up. Ads are coming up next. As soon as you see them spawn, everyone's gonna focus on the turret ads. Bosses are about even again. It is summoning those ads now. Our 2 tanks will provoke them and hit their invuln when they need to. They know what they're doing. Everybody hit turrets. Prio those turrets. Those are the only things that matter right now. Tanks can hit their invuln now. Nicely done. Back on bosses. We have another raid wide coming up. Next up is going to be the ice, blizzard, whatever it is in Pyretic. Stop moving, stop moving, stop moving. Don't hit anything. Hit no buttons. It's only a couple seconds. After that, we meet people on Gunner. Gunner is double the HP. Hit the Gunner now. So true, Phil. All right, they're good to kill both. Reflectors after this will get to your spots. I'm going to need tanks to turn their stances on. Tanks turn your stances on. Slimes north, Golem south, reflectors to your spots. Tanks, if you get an orange spike over your head when these aura spheres are dead, hit your invuln. And only if there's an orange spike over your head, just make sure we get those aura spheres down. After the aura spheres are down, that's when we will attack our guards.
Are you fucking...
Alright, and let us hit the guards. Make sure you're not hitting the shielded side. Coat of Arms is applying. Stop attacking for a little bit. And you can continue attacking. Don't hit shielded sides. The orbs and the aura spheres are going to show up again here. Go back to your spots. Tanks, hit your invulns if you get a thing over your head. And we're back to attacking bosses once they are dead. Oh, Phil.
No.
He's up. Doesn't matter. Coat of Arms, stop attacking for a second here, and then we're going to burn down this last ethereal word. Don't hit the shielded side, and let's kill it. Nicely done. We have a few dead. Let's get them up. And we can thank Opal for getting us our second chest here. She was successful in the duel. She has her second chest. So thank you, Opal. If she did not succeed, we would not have that other chest.
Do we happen
Hazel?
to have a list of things that don't cause the parry to go off?
Auto attacks was dense.
Did you Dark Knight Gap close onto it? Because that applies a potency like attack technically, even if it doesn't do damage, and that counts.
Yeah, it gives an enmity effect.
I also voked and got a.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's basically
I'm gonna
just
hit
auto
everything.
attacks.
It's just like I'm going to hit everything and see what sticks.
Yeah, anything that
It was
applies a
fine.
potency effect. Seems like anything that like applies a potency effect counts towards it. So like provoke, the non-damaging gap closers now, stuff like that.
That's
All right,
such bullshit.
Tanks, check your stances and make sure they are off. I know a lot of people turn them on, which we needed, but make sure they are off now. Phil is the only one that should have stance on. This is another trash mob. I will call things out. Things are fast, though. If we see ads, which I think we will, if we see ads, the red ones need to be DPS down, burn them down. The white ones need to be healed up. For white mages, Benediction is a instant kill. Just make sure we're not all throwing Benny on the same ones. But we need to heal up the white ones, burn down the red ones when we see them. Everything else I'll call out. But if you are ready, please step between the 2-3 waymarks. If you are on that back wall, it will turn into a death wall. In between the 2-3 waymarks, if you are ready. After this, we're going to take a break. So if you need to go to the restroom or anything like that, you can do it after this trash mob. We do have Banish, which is good. Saralton, Blitz, Alia. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Saralton, okay, there's Alia. Saralton, any sign of life? Okay, we are ready for Phil. We are not doing a countdown. We are pulling. Who needs countdowns for this guy? First up is a raid wide. What raid wide? Next up, we're either going to go to Alpha or Delta. There's people that are already in some places because they like to gamble. Gambling is bad. We're going to Alpha. Alpha. There's going to be a bunch of donuts that hit dot to dot on the floor. We're going to ride it all from one end to the other. They are fast. They are fast. Don't dawdle. Dot to dot on the floor is safe. As we get close to the end, watch your feet. Do not step into the death wall. Do not step into the death wall. Do not step into the death wall. One more hit. We're going to go to 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We're going to wait here for that last orb. And we're going to go back to 1. You can also go to 3 if you want, but melee is on 1. Don't be on 2. We're going to wait for 3 hits on that 2 waymark, and then we're going to shift over to the 2 after the 3rd hit. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Let's go to the 2 waymark. We got 3 hits that are going to show up on the 1, and then we're going to shift back over there. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Let's go to the 1 waymark. If we don't kill in time, we're seeing ads. I think we're seeing ads.
No.
Don't.
Oh my god, 0.2%. All right, again, burn down red, heal up white. Burn down red, heal up white. Burn down red, heal up white. That's unfortunate. We got one more wave of ads after this. And then we're going to need an interrupt on the boss after these sets of ads are done, and it'll probably die before we even get that off.
Just kill the boss. Just.
My phantom purse.
There are traps ahead. Please do not run ahead. I know there are some tanks probably running ahead. That is fine. They know what they're doing. Hopefully if they're running ahead, then they're hitting the traps. Okay, they're holding us fine. Phil's going. There's our explosion. Okay. Watch that poison trap. Once you take the stairs down, do not run ahead. Do not run ahead. There are traps that we need to proceed in the run. If you don't see traps, they load in last. Wait. If you do not see traps, wait. Thank you for... That's a spicy explosion. If you don't see the traps, wait until they load and then proceed. We are going to take a 5-minute break here. If you need a restroom break, get some water, anything, I don't care. We're going to come back. We'll do 33. 33 afters. We're going to come back and start on doing Trinity Avowed. If you need a break, take it now. 33 after.
Hey, Ballpark.
Yes.
Do you need a break?
I don't need a break. Do you need a break?
I want to get more crackers for my hummus. But what is your favorite hot dog topping?
The blood of my enemies is my go-to response. If we're talking actual, it is not only spicy mustard, it is Golden's spicy mustard. That is the best mustard and is the best hot dog condiment.
Have you seen the, I think it's called the Chicago dog, where it's a hot dog, but it has, like, cream cheese and, like, some kind of relish with it, but it's cream cheese. Hang on, I need to pull it up.
Chicago dog? Phil, thoughts?
No. It's called Chicago style hot... No, this is not
like
what I'm...
Chicago hot dog.
This is not what I was
Chicago.
thinking of, but...
Chicago is like sport peppers and tomatoes and relish and a pickle.
Yeah.
I got yelled at by Phil to try one, even after I had already tried one, and he still yelled at me.
I never.
Because apparently I didn't try it hard enough, is what happened.
Oh, my bad. It's called a Seattle hot dog.
Oh. Cream cheese and a hot dog?
Yeah, cream cheese, caramelized onions, that look like spicy brown mustard, and jalapenos.
That is not for me.
Honestly, sounds like it goes hard, to be honest.
Okay.
I
I'm
would
not
do it.
complain about general hot dogs, but yeah, I'm not a fan of cream cheese on like meats like that.
A grunion burger with curhees.
I was driving. I had to go to the hardware store yesterday. My uncle was around, and for the people that don't know, my license plate is Hotdog. Like that's actually my license plate. And
Oh
he
my
didn't.
God.
He didn't know. Wait, you didn't know that? I thought I showed a picture. He didn't know that was my license plate, so we get in my car, and he's like, "What the fuck is that? I don't want to get in this car." I convinced him to go to the hardware store with me in the hot dog car. He didn't want to do it. My friends didn't believe me until I took a picture of it after it arrived. I'm like, nah, it's real. I gotta ask then. I got a DM. Does anyone know Weber's Hot Texan sandwich sauce? And is it good on hot dogs? Because I'm being told it's an amazing hot dog topping, and I've never heard of it. I need to go find it, apparently. Coney chili is the best topping. That's a good choice. Chili cheese dog. Oh, that would definitely be good. I would date that for sure.
Did you say you would eat that or you would date that?
Oh, both. I said eat, but I would totally date it.
All right, someone get the fan art. Someone get the fan art going.
What? Don't judge
They're
me.
playing with his food.
Don't judge me.
Ballpark.
Yup.
Do you have a specific kind of hot dog you like Frank's, Ballpark hot dog? You know.
I think the best hot dog that you can go out and buy is Five Guys hot dog. They're expensive as hell. I don't think they're worth the price, but they are the best. They prepare their hot dogs the way that I would eat them, which is a steamed bun with a grilled hot dog, a butterflied grilled hot dog. They cut them in half and put them on the grill. Mid as hell. Five Guys in general is mid. Their hot dogs are good, and people don't go to Five Guys and get a hot dog, but they are great hot dogs. Their burgers are okay. All right. It is 33 after. We're going to keep going here. I hope people are back. Make sure you give a quick wiggle check before we get started here.
Ballpark, time for another game of Overwatch.
Sure. I mean, if you're in voice chat, you can hear when we're ready. I'll yell at you if you're not. Okay. Trinity Avowed. This is where the raid starts to get really hard. At this point, I think this is the hardest boss in the entire raid. Mostly because everything during this fight is personal responsibility. I can call mechanics. I cannot tell you individually where you need to go. Which is what makes this hard. Let's do guide Ta. There's a lot of images in DRS learning that can be helpful during this. There's 3 different weapons, and then those weapons will repeat with an added mechanic to them. If you remember in normal, this is the temperature fight, where you get fire and ice. The easiest way to resolve that, I think, is math. Who else is a math nerd? I know I am. What you need to do throughout the whole fight is every weapon that we get, you get a temperature. You need to even that temperature out to 0, which is why math comes into play, in order to resolve it. If you do not have your temperatures evened out by the end of the mechanic, you fall over and die. That's it. There's no healing you or anything like that. You're dead. So, for example, if we're starting a mechanic and you have double ice, 2 ice, we like to say that is -2, -2. So you need to get hit by +2, fire, 2, in order to even out back to 0 to resolve the mechanic. So that's, if you're unsure of how it works, if you scroll up a little bit in DRS learning, you can see the temperature chart that shows you what you start with and then what you need to get hit by to end with. Yeah, that's how you do them, the whole fight. In between every weapon that goes off is a massive raid wide that does a really nasty bleed. For our tanks, this is where we need to make sure that one of your tanks has an Aether Shield slotted in ready to go. If you have a second tank, hopefully they have a backup Aether Shield in case that main one goes down. Because if you don't Aether Shield your party, it's going to hurt a lot. So we need to make sure we have Aether Shields to heal everybody, or to keep people alive, and then healers need to pay attention. And don't forget Cure Force, you can help heal as well. Those bleeds do a lot of damage. So, 3 weapons. They're all the same as a normal, in terms of what the weapons are, actually. The hardest one I think we'll start off with is bow. Bow is the maze game. If you remember in normal, we end up on one side of the arena, there's only a couple turns, and then it shows you, it lights up the whole path. That doesn't happen in this one. What's going to happen for the first time is we're going to get a force march. It's going to walk you 2 full squares. So if I am Ballpark right here on the C tile, and I get a left quick march, I'm going to get a debuff that shows an arrow pointing to the left. It's going to turn my character's body from the way it's facing to the left at that point and walk me 2 full squares on the floor. So you can see the squares on the floor. So if I'm in the middle of the C tile, it's going to walk me 2 full squares to the left to the middle of this corner tile. So make sure you're aware of how far you're going to get marched and the direction you're going to get marched. But you would get marched to either the Delta or Bravo. I'll call it out. And then we wait for the maze game to show up. After that, you're going to get a temperature. Arrows show up on the opposite end. They take every 90-degree turn that they can, just like a normal. There's just a lot more turning, and it doesn't show you in advance where they're going. What I like to do, I've been doing this since I've been doing DRS, is I trace the line on the floor with my mouse. If you're using a controller, you could hold your finger up and use that. This is the fight usually where we say the most of stop doing damage if you need to and just focus on the mechanics. If you need to take your hands off your keyboard and your controller and just trace the arrow and don't hit anything for a little bit while you follow that arrow to figure out where to go, that is totally fine. You'll go and do that and just make sure you end up where that arrow that you need to get hit by is going to be. And that is bow. The second time they come around, every time we see it for the first time, that's the whole mechanic. The second time, you get what's called a brand. It is another debuff with another temperature on it. What you do is you get your temperature, and then you add the brand to it to figure out what you need to get hit by. So, for example, I might have an ice. 1 ice is my temperature, and my brand that comes out is 2 fire. So I'm going to add that together, and now in order to even out my temperature, I need to get hit by 1 ice, because -1 plus 2 is +1. So I have to get hit by a -1 in order to make it equal. Again, there is an image in DRS Learning if you're not sure what to do. It's the second image from the last guide command that has the temperature on the top and the brand on the side, if you're unsure what I'm talking about, to figure out what you need to get hit by. That happens for all of them the second time around. For bow, the second time we see that, you are going to move with your own 2 feet towards Delta or Bravo, whichever one is safe. And then you're going to get your temperature, you're going to get your brand, you're going to get a force march. Then you need to figure out where the arrow that you need to get hit by is going to end up, move 2 squares away, and get force marched into the correct one. It is the hardest mechanic, I think, in this entire raid. That is the mechanic I'm going to say, take your hands off everything and just focus on resolving it. It is very difficult. Hopefully we don't see it. But if we do, do your best. It's really tough to do. Let's go to the easiest one now. Staff. Staff is hang out in the middle of the arena for an AoE. You're going to get a temperature. And then we're going to, for the first time, we're going to get force marched into the meteor on the, they're going to be on the inner cards in the corner of the arena. You're going to force marched into the AoE that you have to get hit by. And that's the whole mechanic. It is very easy. The second time we see it, when you have your brand, there's no force march. You're going to walk yourself to the corner that you need to get hit by. But there's also going to be clones on the north and east sides of the arena that cleave the whole column and row that they're in. So we're going to call it the safe spot for that. It'll either be inside corners of your quadrant, outside corners, north, south, which would be this. If I'm in the southwest corner, this would be south next to the C side. Also, the green tile on the other side would be that one. Or east-west, which if you're in the southwest quadrant, it would be by the D tile. So I will do my best to tell you where is safe for that. You can use your eyes. Hopefully the crowd in your area can see it as well, and you can follow them if you're totally lost. But you will move your own 2 feet to where you need to go to resolve that mechanic to get hit. And there's only one safe square in every quadrant, so you have to go to the safe one at that point. The last phase that we would see is Sword. During Sword phase, Trinity Avowed... Oh, do a quick wiggle check, by the way. Don't get kicked. Don't get kicked. Get a quick wiggle. The last phase is Sword. Trinity Avowed goes untargetable. There's going to be a bunch of clones that show up by the 1, 2, 3, 4 waymarks. They're going to hold their arms up. They're going to have a temperature by them. Each clone is going to have a temperature. And they're going to hold their arm up left or right. That's going to cleave the entire half of the arena on that side with that temperature. So the easy way to resolve that, there's going to be one safe square on the 1, 2, 3, 4 that doesn't get cleaved at all. And in order to resolve your temperature, all you have to do is move one square cardinal, either north, south, east, or west, of that safe square to get hit, and that'll resolve the mechanic. You don't have to panic and go to B to resolve it. So, for example, if the safe spot is 4, in order to resolve your temperature, all you're going to have to do is go to the 1, the 3, the D, or just south of 4 to resolve your mechanic. If you are in a card of 4 of the safe spot, you're dead. Just go 1 spot cardinal. The second time we see it with those brands, it's the exact same mechanic. The only difference is you might need to get hit by 2 of them. So you might get a double ice temperature and a single ice brand, so it's a -3. You can't resolve it in one hit. So you have to get hit the first time, but at that point by either single or double fire, and then the second time, because they do it twice, get hit by the other one. So for the first time around, if you're unsure of what it looks like, just go to the safe spot and look around. Then the clones get different temperatures and turn around and stuff like that. It can be a different safe spot, but you'll know what it looks like, and then you'll resolve it the second time. For brands, you might have to get hit by them 2 times, so just use your eyes. Again, I will call out the safe spot. All you have to do is go 1 square cardinal to resolve your temperature. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a GIF in DRS Learning that shows what it looks like. Sword in 3 steps. That is the entire fight. Again, tanks, make sure you have Aether Shield slotted in. You will need it. I will do my best to call the mechanics. You will have to do your best to figure out your temperatures. If people have died and staff phase is coming up, do not raise people. If you have LB and people are dead and staff phase is coming up, do not use LB. If in this fight specifically, if you use LB at the wrong time, a mechanic's going to happen. Your people in your party cannot resolve it because they don't have a temperature, and they're going to fall back over dead anyway, so you just wasted LB. So we're going to wait until the end, or if we absolutely need LB, so we don't kill our parties unnecessarily. But again, I think I mentioned it earlier during Trinity Seeker, but we only use healer LB. For everyone else, it is just a DPS loss. If you do get raised during either sword or bow, and you don't have a temperature, during sword, just follow the nothing arrow, as we call it. It doesn't have an arrow. Just do that. That's the safe spot. And for sword, you'll just stay in the safe spot. Are there any questions? I know there was a lot. There was a lot of personal responsibility. I can only help you so much during this. Phil will hopefully keep aggro away from Opal, so we don't have to worry about the boss turning weirdly. But if you are ready, you can stand on the C tile. Don't go ahead of the waymark. Hey, people said that about me on Bard, and I ripped aggro on Bard. Because I spammed Rampage. C tile if you are ready. QT, Wobble, Serena, there's QT. Blitz moved, KG is AFK. This is the last fight KG is going to be our battery for.
Did Hazel just get AFK kicked?
I got fucking AFK kicked.
All right, Hazel got AFK kicked.
Oh my god.
Do we have another tank in that party? Or
Yeah,
is
we have
Hazel
another
solo
tank.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Wow, 2 Anyprogs in a row where a vet gets kicked. Nicely done.
Wait, Hazel, do you not have anti-AFK kick?
I do not.
That's crazy.
I was scrolling fucking TikTok on my phone. I see my screen go black and I look up and I'm like, fuck.
Nicely done, Hazel.
Nice.
Chalky, are you here?
Yeah.
We're gonna move on because Hazel is just memeing at this point. Thank you, Hazel, for your time. All right. Check your stances. Make sure they are off. Phil's the only one that should have stance on. Check your food. And Phil can give us a 30 when he is ready. There's our countdown. Again, tanks, make sure you have Aether Shield slotted in. Wobble checks on TikTok. So true.
True. Please do it.
We need tanks at the front. Pop some mitt, please. Pop some mitt. Don't let Phil die. And then we have a raid wide coming up. Aether Shield, Addle, Reprisal, Dismantle. Any mitts you got. C4s, don't forget, you can help heal your party here. It heals a lot. Opal has aggro. She's on Viper. She's not going to rip aggro, she said. Get behind. Mercy behind. The boss is facing north. Get behind the boss.
Oh, how could you do that?
It's still an Opal. All right, he's trying his best. We're good. We're good. We're good. Cut front. Get in front of the boss. In front of the boss. If you're ranged, you can also go out in front. Out of melee range as well. Next up is going to be out. There's going to be a flash of light after she spins, and then all of her melees want to get out too. What flash of light? That flash of light. Get out.
We're getting both too fast. Oh my god.
Perfect. Temperatures are going out right now. Quick marches are coming out. I'm gonna need people not on the not one. There's a tank buster coming up. Oh no, it's not. It's staff.
This is back in the middle.
Fuck.
You're gonna get force marched 2 squares to the temperature you need to get hit by in 3 seconds. Imagine knowing the order, because I don't. I never remember the order.
Stop those story.
Aether Shields, Addles, Reprisals, Dismantles, more mitts, anything you got. This is the big raid wide. C4s again, don't forget, you can help heal. Now we need to get behind the boss. It is facing north. Get behind the boss towards the C waymark. Not all the way out, but just behind it. Now I need tanks to the front with Phil. Quick marchers are going out. Take a look at your quick march right now. Tanks pop some mid up front with Phil. We're going to get force march after this to either Delta or Bravo. I will tell you which. Remember, it is 2 squares. We're getting force march towards Delta D West. Delta D West. Healers, if you see anyone marching the wrong way and they bounce, give them a rescue. Temperatures are out. Look at your temperature now. Arrows are going to show up at the opposite end. Again, if you are a little lost during this, you can feel free to take your hand off your keyboard or your controller. Follow the arrows that take every 90-degree turn. Be on the square where that arrow that you need to get hit by is going to end up. After this, we need Aether Shields, Addles, Reprisals, Dismantles, any mitts you have. Big damage incoming. Boss is going back towards mid. We're going to get in front of the boss. Be on the not one by the 2-way mark. Be in front of the boss. Sword is coming up. She's going to go untargetable a little bit here. Temperatures are out. Look at your temperature. She's going to go untargetable. We're going to be in a safe spot. You're going to resolve 1 square cardinal of the safe spot. Our first safe spot is 2. First safe spot is 2. Go 1 spot cardinal of 2. If you're on 4, you're going to die. We got another chance coming up if you didn't do it the first time. Our next safe spot is 4. Safe spot is 4. Go 1 spot cardinal of 4. If you're on 2, you're going to die. Don't be on 2. Alright, boss is coming targetable again here. Aether Shields, Addles, Reprisals, Dismantles, any mitts you have. Don't forget to keep healing. We've seen all of our shapes. We're going to get out when she stops spinning here. And then we're going to get Staff again. This time there's no Force March. And we're going to get a Brand. Temperatures are coming out right now. Stop raising if you're trying to raise people. Brands are coming out. Remember, you add these together. We're going to walk with our own 2 feet to the safe spot this time. There's your Brand. Try to resolve what you need right now in your head. Stack up in mid for a raid wide. And then walk with your own 2 feet to the one you need to get hit by. We are going to be north-south of your square. North-south of your quadrant.
Oh.
Get back towards mid. Aether Shields, Addles, Reprisals. Alright, next up is Bow 2. Get behind the boss, it is facing north. Get behind the boss, it is facing north. Get behind the boss, it is facing north. There is no Force March. We're going to get either inner card of the boss or on the left, right sides of the boss. I'll tell you which in a second. We're in the left, right sides of the boss. You're going to pop, sprint, and go towards West Delta after this. Go to West Delta right now. Temperatures are coming out. We're going to see this mechanic. Be ready for it. It is difficult. It is okay. You can stop attacking if you need to. Brands are out. Think about right now what temperature you need to get hit by. Force marches are coming out. Arrows are showing up on the other end of the arena. Remember, you get Force March 2 squares.
You hold for the nothing arrow.
Oh.
Never mind.
All right,
Oh
that's
my
none. We are
God.
not saying it. There is a chest. Make sure you grab it. There are a lot of dead bodies. Let's try to get them up if we can, please. And if you are new, we got a fun thing coming up. Hopefully Himbo doesn't pop them early. I see him running.
Why would I pop them on an
running.
Anyprog?
I don't know. You just want to be part of the gang.
I'm not Alf.
That's so true. Poor Alf. All right, we got a couple more dead. Let's get them up. Make sure you grab your chest. And if you are new, we're going to go out the south side of the arena where we came in. I think everybody is up. We're going to head out the south past that sea swimmer, back up the stairs. You might be wondering what those pink traps are. Well, now we're going to find out. Watch the yellow trap. Don't run into it. It is big and explodey. There's 2 pink traps. There's one in the giant room, and there's one in the little vestibule on the side. I'm just going to take a quick look to see if you are still coming up. Watch the trap if you are coming. This is it. No one else wants to join us? Wow. This is so much fun. Okay. If you are back here, stand right up next to a trap. I'm going to count down to 3, and we're going to run into it. Shaka, if you want to join in, just get right up next to it. All right. We're going to do a 1, Oh, someone's coming. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. I see him. We'll wait
Make
for them,
sure
and then
you're
we're going.
super close.
Where is here? Fordola's coming. Fordola, come back. Past the Seaway mark. We got one more person on the way.
Target yourself, and you see that little target ring. Have that touching the edge of the trap.
I see people coming. I'll put it in. That's where we are. If you look at your map, if you want to participate, it's fun. I'll give it another 30 seconds, and we're going to keep it going here. I don't want to hold
You
it
get to be very small.
Well, you just spoiled it. What the
You get to
What
be
the heck,
so
Swoggle?
Don't listen
very
to him.
small.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to
No,
him.
it's a spoiler.
All right, I don't see anyone else coming, so we're going to count down from 3, and then we're all going to run into the traps together. 3, 2, 1. Let's run into our traps. And now we are super tiny. We're running all the way back there again. Don't hit that yellow trap.
Saw a car with a spoiler on it the other day. It said, "You will be very small."
Oh my god. Fun fact, if you're a Lalafell, you're actually bigger than everybody else. Lala's reign supreme.
Oh, Himbo's cheating.
He is cheating. I
Impetus
saw
and
that.
Swift, what the heck?
If you did not grab your chest before, make sure you grab it on the way through.
Oh.
We're going to run all the way to that glowy pad. Thank you, everyone on the greeting party.
Run through.
Run through the gates. Let's go.
Oh, Ferdola's already through. Keep going, Ferdola.
Yeah,
keep
keep running into the...
It's going to open the door for us. All the way. Keep going.
Just
keep going. There you go. All right, there are traps ahead. Once you get through the stairs, the loading zone, stop. There are traps ahead. Tanks are getting us through. Appreciate you, tanks.
August Himbo.
Thank you, Himbo. Oh, he bounced perfect. It's just buff calling. Explosion, I'm sure, is dead. It was on the bridge. Oh, no, it was poison on the bridge.
Poison on the bridge.
It's gone. Sweet. All right. Now, let's get some markers. Oh no, my markers are spilling. Who did that?
Awful. Absolutely awful. Legal, by the way.
They
old
are
man
100%.
old man with his Facebook memes.
Listen, I'm doing the best I can. Oh, those are the markers that I want.
He's about to post a T-shirt of 3 wolves howling at the moon, but it's 3 wolves howling at markers on the side of the arena.
I don't have. Can someone put down markers for setup? I don't have them. What? How do I not have these markers? Thank you. Let me save these. I don't know how I don't have these.
I have these saved as real minnow.
Perfect. Okay.
Right next
what
to
I need
spilled
here?
minnow.
I need healers. If you have Reflect, stand on B for B-Flect. Dispel, D. If you have both, you can stand in the middle. And I need 4 tanks to stand on 1, 2, 3, 4. You got big responsibilities here. Oh, Yugi, I think that's yours. Smug's done this before. Yugi, that's yours. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a lot of explanations here. I will get to the healers and the tanks in a second. So what's going to happen is we're going to pull this boss when it's time. We're doing baby openers. The boss doesn't matter. The ad phase is what's the problem in this. If we don't do it right, things get wrong real fast and we could wipe. I have seen it before. We don't want to wipe here. This is the last set before the last boss. Let's make it count. Baby openers on this boss build engage. As soon as we push it past 70%, it's going to phase into ad phase. At that point, I need our 4 tanks on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and only those 4 tanks to have their stances on. What's going to happen is we're going to have ads that spawn on the Cardinals, and they're going to ring around the rosy clockwise around the arena for us to burn down. I will get back to the 4 tanks in a second, what you are doing. But while that is happening, there's going to be 2 safe rings in the arena. You can see them, the white rings on the floor right now. They're going to be a lot more obvious during that phase because the blue is going to turn into a dark purple color. It's a death wall. All of the healers will be on the inner ring. Everybody else will be on the outer ring. While that's happening, the people that are on the outside ring will be burning down the ads as the tanks bring them around to us. There's also going to be a lot of mechanics that are happening during that. Let me do guide minnow. Okay, so you can see in DRS learning the hardest parts of the phase. At first, we're going to bring them around. We're going to burn them down as they come towards the south part of the arena. You can see where people are sitting down near where the D-way mark is. That's where most people are going to be for this fight if you're not a healer or one of those 4 tanks. You're going to hang out around that area. The tanks will bring adds to you. You will burn them down. First up thing we're going to see is there's going to be traps that spawn on all of the spaces between the cardinals on the ring, on the outside ring. So you're going to want to hang out specifically on a cardinal direction, usually south. The tanks will find those traps for us. Again, I will tell you tanks what to do in a second, but you're going to hang out there, wait for those traps to be found, and then we keep going. We're going to get debuffs on us that look either like the Minotaur slurping in spaghetti, or you're getting kicked down a set of stairs. You can see what they look like in that image, right where it says fateful words. When you see that debuff come out, you need to immediately identify if you have suck in spaghetti, which is a suck in. Thank you, Sine. Or the kick downstairs, which is a knockback. The full distance of that suck in or knockback is a notch to notch on the floor. You can see them on the ring itself. Me, Ballpark, I'm southwest past the B-way mark. You can see the outside notch is where I'm jumping now, and the inside one is right here where I'm jumping now. The full distance of that knockback and suck in is a notch to a notch. It's the same as the inner ring as well. So you need to be standing in the correct notch to get either knocked back or sucked in based off of whatever debuff you have. It's all individual. I can't tell you which one you have. From notch to notch. If you were just on the ring, like let's say I'm standing right here, and I have knockback, I'm going to knock back into the death wall. It's too far. So you have to be in a notch to get knocked back or sucked in the correct length. I will say it is a very difficult mechanic to see whenever this is going on. I'm going to say, do your word, do your word, do your word, because the mechanic is called Fateful Words. That is, stop what you're doing, look at what debuff you have, and resolve your mechanic. Do your word, do your word, do your word. Right after we resolve that, there's going to be a lightning bolt kind of thing through the whole ring. You're just stay in your notch to wait for that lightning bolt to go off. And there's going to be AoEs under everyone's feet. You don't at that point, you don't have to be on the D south area anymore. You can move around, just don't get hit by the AoEs on the floor while you continue to burn down the bosses. If we keep seeing more stuff after that, we get more words with other mechanics that happen. I will say do your word again if it's coming out. But hopefully, at worst, we just see the debuffs come out and we don't have to actually do it. But I will tell you what's coming out if it's happening. Just pay attention. I wouldn't stray too far from a notch. Like you don't stay in a notch, but don't stray too far if it comes up quick. If you are a healer, you're doing similar dodges on the inside ring, but instead of attacking adds, there's going to be 2 orbs that spawn. There's going to be brown earth orbs and red fire orbs. The brown earth orbs they got a buff on them that has to be dispelled, and then you can kill them. You can't hurt them with that buff up. The red fire orbs just do an AoE explosion around them. You just reflect it, and it kills them. So at that point, if you have reflect, you stand on top of a red fire orb. If you have dispel the brown earth orb and hit him. I usually will die, and then I'll dispel and we'll get rid of it. That's how they work. It's relatively easy. But you still have to resolve the other mechanics as well. You still have words that come out. You still have the AoEs on the floor and stuff like that. There's just no traps on the inside. For our 4 tanks, and only those 4 tanks on the 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, what you're going to do, you're the biggest responsibility of all. You are going, when I tell you to turn your stance on, you're going to make sure your stance is on. You're starting with it off. Only Phil will have it on. But you will toggle your stance to make sure it's on. You will go out to your cardinal direction. So, for example, QT is west. QT will go out towards the western part of the arena. Turn a stance on. The adds will spawn. He will provoke it. Make sure you get aggro on your specific ad. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start walking clockwise around the outside edge of the arena in the safe ring. Try to keep the ad in the middle death wall because it moves slower in that death wall. You're going to rotate around clockwise and try to resolve your mechanics as they're happening as well. You will also have to resolve the words and the lightning bolt and all that other stuff. And you don't want the ads to get close to you. If they get close to you and they hit you with an auto attack, you get a twice come ruin stack. If you get hit twice, you get doom and you die. And we have to try to hope that another tank is paying attention and can pick them up. So please, please, please make sure you're ahead of them and they don't come close to you. The last part that you have to do as a tank is when those traps spawn, you are going to wait in your the nearest cardinal. You're going to pop sprint pop your invuln, and run from one cardinal to the next. A really easy way to remember all this is I'm going to keep using QT as an example here. First off, do a quick wiggle check. I don't want anyone to get kicked. But QT would start west, pick up his ad, go from west on the outer ring to the north, wait for the traps to show up, pop sprint, pop invuln, and run from north to east, popping that trap and getting rid of it. For Alia's party, Alia is a Dark Knight. If Alia hits an explosion trap, they're going to need heals. So please, for the healers in that group, make sure you are paying attention. Heal up Alia if they get Living Dead procs. After we're done ads, easy fight. We are just going to get AoEs, conal cleaves, basic things you've seen 1,000 times. Just listen to calls. We will be fine. Are there any questions over how ad phase works? I'm putting a lot of stress on it because things can go wrong very quickly if we are not paying attention. Okay. Let's put our markers down. And if you are ready, you can stand on the 3-way mark to indicate you are ready. Again, our tanks are going to be moving clockwise after they pick up their ad on the outside ring. Chalky, Theoth, Shaka.
1 second.
Okay, Theos here, that's fine. Carlana, are you here? We're waiting for Shaka and Carlana. Carlana's moving. Shaka, we're waiting on you. Any sign of life, Shaka? Okay, Shaka's moving. Cool. All right. Let's make sure our tank stances are off. If your name isn't Phil, we can give it a countdown. Remember, we're doing baby openers. Just build gauge. Don't do a lot. It's easier for this, the Lord here, to be close to it to dodge mechanics. I would recommend getting up close to dodge the first set of AoEs that show up. They're all conal cleaves. The closer you are, the easier it is to dodge. Also, figure out where your knockback invuln is if you don't use it that often. Surecast arm's length, you will be using it during this fight. Baby openers, baby openers. First up is a tank buster. Don't be near the nut one. Wait for one more auto, and then hit our knockback invuln now. Surecast arm's length. Then we're going to get up close to the boss if you get knocked back. Dodge these conal cleaves. There are 3 of them. There's one more after that one. Don't get hit. We're doing good on damage. If we see there's going to be an out mechanic next. There it is. Get out, 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 and away. If you can target the boss, or you can attack it, you are too close. And we have also phased. For those 4 tank stances on, get out to your spots. Everyone should be south towards that 3 unless you're a healer, you get into mid. And let's burn down the ads as they come to us.
Oh.
Burn down ads as they come to you. Tanks keep rotating around clockwise. Traps are coming out. Remember, tanks, you're going to pop your invuln, pop your sprint, and get rid of those traps. Alia may need heals, depending on what trap they have. Data poison. Words are out. Do your word. Do your word. Get into a notch. Do your word. Do your word. Do your word. Do your word. All right, get into any notch again. Does not matter which. Any notch will do. Now there's going to be AoEs under your feet. You don't have to be south anymore. Just dodge the AoEs. One more ad. Keep dodging AoEs. All right, words are back out. We should not see them resolve. Nicely done. Great job. Now it's just basic mechanics. I'll call everything out. We got a raid wide coming out. And then we're going to have a set of rapid bolts. If you see circle, a blue circle under your feet, just bring it out to the edge of the arena. Everyone else can hang out towards mid. If you get blue circle around you, bring it out to the outside of the arena. Everyone else can hang out towards mid. All right, and now we are going to get out. Don't stand in those pulsing lightning things. Get out, get out, get out. And now we're going to have 2 more sets of rapid bolts. If you get these, bring these out. Everyone else stack up in mid. If you get rapid bolts, bring them out. Everyone else hang out in mid. There's going to be another set after this. Bring these out. Everyone else hang out in mid. We're baiting a radial marker. Oh, it's on the main tank. Baiting a radial marker and get away from that. Get away from the radial marker. And then we have 3 cleaves again, those conal cleaves. Get in towards the boss. You can pop sprint if you need to. Dodge all 3 cleaves. Dodge all 3 cleaves. Nicely done. Tank Buster's coming up. Don't be near the Not 1. He's moving. He's moving. Build Gauge. Boss is almost dead. Build Gauge. All right. Wow, it's only Theata? That's it?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
There is a chest. Make sure you grab it. Make sure you grab that chest. So we got another dead. All right, it's not just Theath. Sorry, I
thought that I would be the only one.
100% knows how to do it.
After that fight, I should kill myself.
One of the people who absolutely knows how to do this still dies.
Because usually by the time I went out, the chest would have been percepted by now, but it wasn't, and I didn't.
Well, that sounds like a skill issue.
Oh, is the near trap the Mao?
All right, well, 1 more dead. Let's get them up. Make sure you grab your chest. Don't forget it. It is a pain in the butt to get back here if you don't get it. You can, but it's just a pain. Oh, KG is such a pro. Still has that battery slotted in. I got some more raisins here, too.
I've got 3.
I got a bunch. Okay, they're up. Perfect. Again, make sure you grab your chest. And then welcome to the final boss of the fight. Or of the raid. I don't know why I said fight. It is a fight. Don't worry, Aramis. You were good. Aramis, if you didn't see, KG has batteries. You don't slot it in. I don't know that you volunteered. If you don't have it slotted in yet, you don't need to slot it in. Save your excellence. Oh, we have a BR FOP for tanks if they want it as well. Yep, Wobble just said, great idea. Pop a re-raiser if you need it. Also grab Shell on the bridge if you need it as well. And welcome to Queen.
I have 2 lost re-raises, by the way.
All right, if anyone needs a re-raiser, where's Chalky? Chalky is the Not 2. If you need a re-raiser, go hang out by Chalky to get it. They can head out 4 re-raisers. This is only for if you need a re-raiser, you've run out.
I have 4 re-raisers to hand out.
Thank you, Chalky. Okay, so welcome to Queen. This fight has a lot of stuff that happens. I'll do most of it during the calls if you pay attention. There are some very tough mechanics that we just don't have to worry about because I will tell you what to do. In general, for this fight, a lot of the mechanics will be based off of the squares on the floor. If you see the way our Waymacks are set up, it's similar to the game Battleship if you've played that. If you haven't, you're not familiar with how it works. I'm going to just say an intersection of numbers and letters. That intersection is where you go to resolve it. So, for example, if I say go to B4, you look at where the B marker is and look at what the 4, and they intersect where Ballpark is jumping right now. So if I say go to B4 for a mechanic, you just go where B4 is, for example. If it's something like 4, it's just 4. And then everyone's favorite C4 would be C4. It's in your mailbox. Phil, do you have skill?
I do not.
Okay. We got Phil, we got Chalky, and then I'll just ask for another tank to take over at the end if we need it. Do you have BR, Phil? He does. Yes. I don't know how to work all that. I don't ever do that.
Okay, so all you do is, at the start of the fight, press Rampart, or just wait 20 seconds, and then you start your BR. And then the second one, just wait until, like, the orbs start pulsing to...
Oh,
or no, sorry.
Right when the raid wide goes off.
Yeah, the raid wide. Wait for the raid wide to go off, and then press your BR.
If you mess that up, Phil, just say something. Talk over me, say something, and we'll get a vote on it. It is totally fine. We have Chalky that can do it as well. Well, it can invoke and invuln. Okay, so the biggest mechanic that we're going to see in this fight that is still difficult, even though I can call everything out, is Super Chess. What's going to happen in Super Chess? Let me post the guide here. Guy. Queen. Oh, Phil, look at right above the guide. Opal just posted with the guide for it, for what you need to look at, if you're unsure. So for Super Chess, you're going to look at, everyone's going to get 2 debuffs. If you look at the third image on the guide, it shows debuffs look like the Roman numerals. 2, 3, or 4 you're going to get. You're going to add them together and figure out if your number added together is 5, 6, or 7. That's all you have to do. I will tell you where to stand. If you are a 5, a 6, or a 7, make sure you're paying attention and you figure out what number you have. And what's going to happen is we're going to have a safe spot. It will either be the 1 or the 4-way mark. We're going to start opposite that. So if the safe spot is 4, we're going to start north, closer to the 1 marker. I will say something like 5s go to D2, 6s in the corner by D1, 7s on C1, for example. That is just an example of one of the ways to resolve it if we get that pattern. You're going to, again, count your numbers, add them together, and then stand on that safe spot. At that point, we will walk up a column. We always, on Primal Elise, we always walk on the left, relative left, towards the safe spot. 6 is always a white tile. I think so. Right? That's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah. Okay, yeah, 6 is always a white tile. But we're going to be walking up a column. I will tell you which one. In this example that I just gave, we would walk up the D column towards the 4-way mark. You will get, first off, you will get stunned. You'll get a certain number of dots over your head. It's going to be one of the 2 debuffs. They'll be represented by dots over your head. You will walk that many number of dots away from the starting square towards the safe spot. Once you walk that many dots, you will stop moving. You'll get stunned again. So make sure you don't go too far. If you've gone too far, you'll get a big red spike over your head. If you see a red spike, just step back a couple squares until it goes away. You're going to wait until the stun wears off, and then finish in the safe square. It does not matter if you've counted wrong or not. Make sure you finish in the safe square because there's 2 raid wides that go off. So if you're in the safe square, you're not going to get hit by one of the raid wides. So you'll get hit by 1 if you're lucky. Your re-raise will proc. You'll bounce. Keep going. If you're not in the safe spot, you might die, your re-raise will proc, and then you'll immediately die again. So we don't want that. So you're going to end up in the safe spot no matter what. And then we keep attacking the boss. It's that easy. You don't have to worry about trying to figure out your number. I will tell you where to go based on the pattern. We also see a lot of guard things come back. For example, the show hole mechanic with the tethers again. In this case, guard is not in mid. The guard is always going to be northwest towards the B2 area. So at that point, we will be going to a safe spot, east, west, north, south. I will tell you where to go. You'll have your open hole. You'll show it towards the gunner that's always in the northwest area, and then the turrets on the wall after that, just like a normal. We just can't move the guard this time. Pretty much everything else is the same as what we've seen during guards and other mechanics during this fight. I will tell you where to go for as much of it as I can. Tanks, make sure you have Aether Shield slotted in again. And again, most of the fight will be in callouts. We don't really have to worry too much other than that. I know I didn't really explain a lot, but are there any questions about what I did explain? If there are, please ask. Otherwise, you can step onto the 4 tile. Do not get ahead. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot that last time, too. I'm an idiot. Light currents. This is where they come into play. There's going to be 2 different times during this where the duty bar is going to show up. Once it hits 100, the queen's going to get a bunch of buffs on her that have to be dispelled for the healers that still have dispel slotted in. We got to dispel all of them. And, oh, someone clicked off an essence. That is unfortunate. We will do our best.
Maybe they got overflowed.
Oh, it could have been that too. That's unfortunate. We'll do our best here. You'll get through at least. Okay, so queen's going to get a bunch of debuffs on it that have to be dispelled. And then there's going to be a bunch of pulsing lightning orbs that need to be reflected in order to make a safe spot. We don't have to hit every one of them, but we have to reflect at least one of them enough to make a safety or a safety dome. Once you see a safety dome, stand in the safety dome. If you're by another one, you can just give up on it and run into the safety dome. If you don't have light curtains or reflect, I'll put a marker over my head. You can just follow Ballpark. I will put a chain 3 over me. So once we get to that spot, if you don't have a light curtain or reflect, you can just follow the chain 3, and I will go where it is safe. If you do not have a reflect, you don't have to worry about the mechanic. But if you do have light curtains, just pop your light curtain when you hear the ding, the bar is filled, and stand on an orb, and you'll be good. I'll tell you where the orbs are. Thank you for calling that out. I forgot to call that last time, too, because I'm so used to doing it. If there are there any other questions? Or any, I guess, for vets, anything I forgot? Yeah, one more food for the road. And other than that, if you are ready, you can step on the 4 tile behind the waymark. Please don't go ahead of it. All right, Phil, do you want to swap with Chalky after the first buster? Sorry for calling you out here. I don't know if...
No, we got
Okay. Okay. Just say something if you need evoke, and Chalky will hopefully be ready. If not, then we'll just have another tank do it. Okay. Looks like everyone is here and moving around. Check your tank stances for our tanks. Make sure your stances are off. I know some toggle it on for ads. Just make sure it's off right now. And then Phil can give us a 30 when he is ready. Oh, Wobble called me specifically cute. That's so nice.
Aww.
Wow, what the heck, Chalky? What the heck, Remar? Send it to me.
No.
What the hell? He sent it to me.
It's directed to me specifically.
What the heck?
It was directed to everyone but Ballpark because Ballpark can't read.
Well, that's so true.
Yes.
You're so right. What? Who said that? Make sure you have Aether shit slotted in again. It's very important for this fight. And let's go. Oh, Phil is the cutest here. I can't argue that. All right, I need Aether Shields, Addles, Reprisals, Dismantles, Mitts, whatever you have. These are a big hit. Same bleed wides as we had during TA. Cure Force, don't forget, you can help heal as well. First up is regular chest. I'm going to go a little quiet here because it is a little difficult to call out loud as it's happening. I will tell you where to go once I figure it out. We'll be going either north, south, east, west here. We're going north. We're going to be on the back half of the B2 or the C2. B2 or C2. B2 or C2. Next up, we're going to go all the way towards C column. C column. C column. C column. Don't be in mid. We got a tank buster coming up here. Phil is going to handle it for us. Thank you, Phil. Aether Shields, out of reprisals, dismantles, more mitts. We got a rapid recast in our party. Alright. Here comes Super Chess. Again, I will tell you where to go here. Look at, just add together your Roman numerals. We are starting by 1. It looks like everything is safe. We're going to have 6.
Wall's not safe. Wall's not safe.
Oh, thank you. 6 is on the 1, 5's on the C1, 7's on B1. 5's on C1, 6 is on the 6, 7's on the 7. We're walking up the C column. I don't know why I didn't turn behind me. I saw 1 there. We're walking up the C column. Walk the number of dots over your head. Don't walk too far. If you see a red spike, walk back until it goes away. After we get stunned here, go to the 4 tile, the safe 4 tile, no matter what. Even if you have miscounted, go to the 4 tile to end up. I don't care if you've counted wrong. End up in the 4 tile. Imagine calling Super Chess correctly. Not me. Chalky Voke, baby. Okay, Chalky has it. And Phil can handle the last one after that. Aether Shield out of reprisal once again. Big mitts. C4s, don't forget you can help heal your party. Duty gauge is showing up. Pop a light curtain if you need to. Healers can dispel, please. The chain 3 is safe if you do not have a light curtain. There's an orb right now by C3. You can go into that. Dispels look good. Make sure you're in a dome here right now. Nicely done. Keep doing damage. Our guard mechanics are starting up. Gunner is in northwest by B2. It is always there. Tethers are out. If you have one, you're going to go to green wind. If you don't have a tether, purple lightning. We'll also get north wind's glow. I'll tell you which direction we're going in a second. We're going east towards C. Tethers to green wind, non-tethers to lightning. Show your open hole towards the gunner in northwest. Now to a turret on the edge. Now we keep doing damage to the queen. Tank busters coming up. Chalky will invuln. And Phil, you can provoke it back. Alright. Relentless Play 2 is coming up. Boss is going to go untargetable. We're going to hang out towards the middle of the arena. Let's see if we get a shit pattern again, or if I can actually call it. Who knows? We're going to get... Oh my god, so bad. We're going to get knocked towards 4. Safety, boys. 1 and A. We're going to all of the space between the 1 and A markers. All of the space between the 1 and A markers. Don't be in the middle row. And let's kill her again. And Aether Shields, addles, reprisals, dismantles, any mitts you have. Once again, healers, don't forget you can, or casters, you can C4 and help out. Super Chest 2 is coming up once again. Let's see if I can count. Everybody else just count the debuff numbers over your head, add them together. We are starting by 4-ish. Back wall is both are unsafe. 5s are going to be on the 3, B3. 6 is on the C3. 7's on D3. 5's on 3, 6 on C3, 7's on D3. We're walking up the B Bravo column. Walk up the B Bravo column. No matter what, you are going to end up on that one tile. I don't care if you've counted wrong. End up on that one tile. After this goes off, healers, if you have LB3, you're going to run to the middle of the arena, and you're going to use LB3. Make sure it is LB3. Everyone else, keep killing the boss. We got a tank buster coming up on Dr. Phil. He will invul. Everybody should be up or close to it, so pay attention here. And we're going to stack up on the 2-way mark. Stack up on the 2-way mark. Is by the sword. The guard is going to teleport on us, and we're going to go out in a certain direction. We'll see where we're going. We're going out behind us towards the 1. Out towards the 1. Dodge the turrets. They're just like in normal. Use your eyeballs. I can't really tell you where to do this. Just dodge them and we kill.
Kill the boss.
Nicely done. That is it. Congratulations to our first timers. We had a couple dead if we can get them up. 1 dead? Oh yeah, because we had LB3. Make sure you grab your chest. It's got a full upgrade in it for gear. It's got a minion in it. If you're looking for your mount, It is in your achievements. You cannot claim it, or you can't use it in here, but you can claim it. And we like to take a picture at the back for any progs, so it'd be cool if people go to the back after they're done their cutscene, take a cool picture together. For the folks who came on this for the first time, thank you so much for coming. Congratulations on your mount. We have these runs all the time. If you enjoyed it, feel free to come back. Our reclears, we meme a lot. If you were in my party, we had some memes in my party, thanks to Himbo.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I certainly do.
I love rapid recast.
But yeah, if you thought that this was fun, we completely change it up. We destroy. We don't even see that super chest at all. We skip it in some reclears. So yeah, come and hang out. Do some more runs if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's fine too. I'm not going to judge you. There is an achievement for clearing it 10 times though, so none of you guys want that, right? But yeah, come back and take a picture with us if you want. Otherwise, you can head out. I'm not going to hold you back anymore. Again, if you want to find your mount, it is in your achievement menu. You can also go to Jonathan in Gradania, where he used to hang out and give us our mount. A lot of reclines are 2 a.m. your time. That's unfortunate.
Just stay up. Easy.
Yeah, so true. Not me staying up until 4 a.m. multiple times for runs.
The hardest mechanic of DRS is finding the time, and reclears take less time, so they're easier.
Yes. Reclears will get done in like an hour. There's really not a lot of explanation.
Yeah,
If you want to try
in
something
and out
new,
real fast.
if you want to try something new, that's also a great place to do it. You don't have to say, "Oh, I need 10 clears to figure out what I'm doing." Just go join a reclear and do something fun.
Y'all qualified for reclears the moment we cleared
Imagine
TA.
doing
We just
DRS
didn't tell you.
for 37 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have a 24. It's gonna be more than 24 hours coming up in a couple of weekends as well. There's runs all the time, but that is a special one for us right before the new 4A comes out. So keep your eyes on if you want to do more runs. We're gonna have a lot of back-to-back runs for the whole weekend, so it'll be a fun time. 6 a.m. Opal Anyprog. If you thought I was a terrible host, Opal is a great host. I'm only saying that so she lets me on her run.
I should
It's too late. He's already blacklisted.
I'm surprised she heard me say that. I thought I was blocked. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of it. If you get a picture, please share it in DRS Learning so we can see it and see the fun. But yeah, that's it. Enjoy. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. We cannot do this without you guys, so appreciate everyone coming to help out. Thanks for our folks who took roles that we needed as well. Appreciate you guys helping out. Appreciate the vets as usual for showing up.
Thanks for the call.